Before I get started with this video, the first thing I want to say is everything that you will see in this video is copyrighted by 3DO. I will not be making any money. Everything will be free. No money transactions or anything will be involved with anything with the assets or anything created within the copyrights of 3DO. Thank you. Hello everyone, TK here, and this is going to be a new kind of video that I've ever done before in my life, so I don't really know how to approach it. But long story short is I'm making an Iron Man mod pack for the original Iron Man, the PC version. And right now, I just finished the first mission. It is only the first mission out of all of them that is completed. The rest of them are just left alone as what they were originally. This video is going to go over a bunch of different ideas and how I developed the first mission and stuff. And if you want to play it before you watch the continuation of this video, the link to it will be in the comments. I sadly can't use the description because YouTube won't let me do it unless I verify all that fun stuff. But yeah, so I'm making a mod pack, and the behind the scene video that you're watching while I'm chatting is pretty much me doing a bunch of the breakdowns of all these random things that it took to pretty much make it. I had to do different forms of coding. I had to do different forms of number pad variations. I had to sit there and scroll through so many different groups and tiles and make the map look as if it was created by the actual company itself way back in 1998. The map total time it took for me to make this whole thing was roughly around 14 to 16 hours, which I took over the course of about a week and a half or so. It was broken down between studying all the code that exists in the maps that are after this and prior to this to see how they did it, along with just understanding how to use the software in general. And let me tell you, it's an experience, but I'm hoping that furthermore, the maps that I will be creating after this will be a lot faster since of all the stuff that I had to learn, because this was me pretty much learning it at base value. I didn't know anything really prior. I kind of mess with it every now and then, but this was the most I've sat down to really study it. I'm hoping for my timeline to be able to release a new mission about every 2 weeks or so, because I can't be doing this every single day of my life. I wish I could. But I do have another job and commissions and all those things that I work on. But I'm hoping to be able to get this, and hopefully by this time next year, this mod pack will be more than done, and you all will be able to play it and have so much fun. And that's my real purpose about working on this, is I just want everyone to be able to kind of relive their experience with playing an Iron Man game. If you're looking to support me with doing this, I don't want any money. I really don't. I do have a Patreon and stuff, but I'm not going to link it. You can Google it, do your own research, I guess. But I would prefer, if you did want to support, to just like and subscribe. Support my other videos that I do upload. I'm not going to be uploading only just this. I do upload full playthroughs of random games, including Iron Man. And if you enjoy those things as well, totally leave a note, whatever, comment, Sorry if me chatting like this is pretty much boring. I know you probably just want to see the gameplay and all that, and that's fine. I just really don't know how to kind of present this, and hopefully you didn't mind the rambling. So let's jump into the actual gameplay. So sadly, I can't have the music play due to copyright, and YouTube will just yell at me and all that. But the music works and all that in the mod pack, so no worries. Another thing is that when we do start, I have the voices turned off. So the person that talks in the radio will be the default voice. I can't change that, sadly. But what it says here is, Sarge, the blue soldiers have initiated their escape from the TAN base. Hold this position until all three of them evac HQ out. Very much how the beginning of this mission starts is that you're holding on the front lines, trying to stop the TAN from kind of pushing you back while waiting for the blue soldiers to come in and evac out. So all you really have to do here is just hold this line. You don't have to go anywhere. You can actually click on the map, which I also edited, and it will show you what you need to do as well. Let me actually move over and help this green soldier kill these two, because he can't hit him with the shit. So that's the first blue soldier that we got, so we just gotta do this 2 more times. Can't really get that guy, so I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to sit here nice and comfy because I don't want to go too far out, because there are other TAN soldiers that do sit back to kind of make sure that you can't pursue going into the prison. Oh, this guy's getting kind of annoying. Thank you. It's all nice and quiet. But yeah, the music and all that do work. The audio for Sarge, if you want him to pick up his weapons, all that works. It's just the annoying part is when he talks on the radio. It's not what it says in text. A Jeep comes as kind of like the first difficult thing that runs up on your way, but honestly, me giving the bazooka, it should be pretty easy, but sometimes it can be sneaky. There's also a flamethrower dude that comes in as a nice little second wind to see if they can catch you off guard, or if you're too busy dealing with the Jeep, it will kill you. But yeah, what you didn't get to see is that if these two soldiers die, I actually have them respawning at this tent, which is nice. And there's a bunch of other random hidden stuff that exists inside the map as well in terms of coding. But now that we got the third blue soldier, he's evacing. It's going to have him evac. That dude's going to go off. We're going to get some reinforcements. And watch out for this Jeep because he is a legit junk driver. I don't get it. He chooses a different spot every time. Alright. So, once this happens, we are now into the part 2 of the mission, or the second phase. With doing this, Sarge, take this vehicle and your squad to the TAN radio at D1 and get an airstrike called in to take out the TAN motors at A4, HQ out. So this pretty much kind of just erases everything in the back just to help with not making things lag with the amount of stuff I have on the map. But the whole objective is that we are going to go to the top where D1 is. I circle on the map, and once we get there, we should have airstrikes available to blow up the TAN motors that are completely destroying our green push into the prison on that side. So you have two options. You can either just rock with using a bunch of units and go down with them, or you can go both and go Jeep as well, or you can just go Jeep like a mad lad. So it's really up to you. There's TAN everywhere. I chose I chose the Jeep because, you know, it's still pretty weak in terms of like a tank or like a half truck. But you can go in, push. One difficulty is that there is a grenader. I can't get the shot on this guy. I think they legit all die because of the grenader. Yeah, there he is. And sadly, there went all my soldiers. So, you can't rock this the entire time because you're going to eventually get to a point that the Jeep is just going to be very weak. But it's a nice little thing to practice and move around with. And get stuck in the wall, of course. Because how else will you play a game? But there you go. I thought about giving the Jeep because I know in the first mission you get a tank. And I'm like, you know what? I like the idea of giving them a Jeep to kind of mess around in. If you don't blow it up, you can immediately just cut it off with that as well. You can just get rid of it with regular bullets. You don't need to actually use an explosive. And then the next thing you do is just call in a recon, go down here, and blow up these two dudes with motors. Every single time I run this, they've both been next to each other. If they end up separating and you miss, you're going to have to just restart the mission or restart the part of the mission. I don't know. You only get one call. Outstanding job. Sarge, please stand by for further orders. Good work. HQ out. Sarge, head to our explosion. I know it should be explosive expert. I just don't feel like retyping it. Explosion expert at F1 and get the explosives to blow up the TAN walls at B1. It is guarded, but once we get the TNT, we will come in with backup, then secure the TAN flag with our own HQ out. Cool. So this part, you have two options. You could, in theory, try to get to him and keep him alive, and then he'll come to you and give you the TNT. But most likely, he is going to die. So with going over there, actually, I'm going to get out of the Jeep because I'm about to die. You can try saving him, but he's most likely going to die. What I'm going to recommend is to make sure you're fully healed before you go and pick that up. You can send all units as well to the spot. But what's also going to happen is that there is going to be a half truck Jeep that's going to try its best to kill as many units as possible. And it actually did a really shit job this time. So, out of all the times I've run this, it's actually done really well, but now we may be in some deep shit. So let's see how this goes. And there's a bunch of different, I can also take like the south exit. I don't need to go through the main side. I can go down here and get rid of the 10 units that are guarding this end. Kind of save that health for when I get too low. And yeah, so now we're going to continue pushing this. This should kind of be more so easy to get through this side than the other side, since the half track's supposed to help get rid of as many units as possible over there. Without that, you know, you have to deal with like a good amount of units, which I strongly advise not to. So there are two options on getting into this place. You blow up the wall. I'd recommend dropping the TNT because you're going to need a third open slot for the end. And there we go. And so you have now come in, and the last thing you need to do is pick up the tan flag, which you get to replace with your green flag. And that's pretty much that. That is the entire mission. It's going to keep yelling at you. And yep, there we go. Outstanding job, Sarge. Please stand by for orders. Good work, HQ out. Continuing this will take you right into the second mission, which is the normal mission. But like I said, I'm slowly working on more missions to add to this. I'm hoping that it's just going to be an update thing. So where if you download the first folder, all you have to do is copy and paste or like, you know, drag and drop and overwrite whatever's there. And it should work smoothly. That's really all I got in terms of the mod, but I'm also working on a bunch of other things. I'm a 3D artist, if you don't know me, and I've been working on some 3D Iron Man assets that I want to use for some other ideas I have outside of the Iron Man mod pack project. And just, I'm going to be popping a couple videos while I'm chatting about this of showing what I'm talking about there. If you want to chat with me and stuff, I do stream on Twitch. TK Spence there as well. I don't really stream Iron Man stuff. I probably once in a blue moon I kind of do it, but you can always hang out and watch me play some other games or do some other 3D art. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you try out the mod pack and let me know what you think. Totally explore it, because again, I leave nice little hidden things of what I'm planning for the next couple missions hidden around. And yeah, I will see you all later. Have a good one. Peace.